Hi everyone, this is Victoria Luminari, and this is the free EFT program for Tap Out Overwhelm, Tap In Resilience. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? I'm so excited to share this with you and do 30 minutes of tapping with you today to give you insights into what we will be covering in the 6-session workshop that starts next Thursday, January 28th at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:15 a.m. Pacific Time. And figure it out wherever you are in the world, because I know I have people from all over. So you'll have to figure out your own time if you're anywhere else but in the United States. I'm so excited. I've been guided to share this with you, and I'm just so excited because I've been practicing EFT. Actually, I learned thought field therapy was the name of it, and it was by Callahan. It was the precursor to EFT created by Gary Craig. So I'm like a dinosaur. I've been doing this forever. And I don't know when it was, 2003 maybe I started. So I've got a few years of experience with EFT under my belt. And what I want to do today is take your comments. How do you like that? Let's see if we can do some interactive. So if you're here, and I see a few people are on, just tell me what it is so that we can tap in real time on a real issue. And I know I'm not going to be able to interact with you like we will in the workshop, because in the workshop it's going to be on a Zoom call, and we're going to actually be able to talk back and forth to each other. So, in the comment, if you have something, an anxiety, a fear, overwhelm, whatever it is, put it in the comments, and then we can tap on a real live issue, and then you can tell me where it went. We're going to rate the issue. That's an important piece. So we rate it on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the worst, the highest. And so what we try to do with EFT is bring that number down so that you have more clarity and you can move forward in life with ease and grace. So I don't see any comments yet, but that doesn't mean anything because sometimes it's delayed. So let's... fear of economic insecurity. Who cannot relate to that? Thank you, Lucinda. Wow, that's a big one. So, let's bring it down a little bit. So, fear I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. Fear I'm not going to be able to have a house to live in. Fear, I'm just trying to take it from real global, real big, down to something more specific. So let's see. Lucinda, give me something more specific. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to pay my bills, or whatever it is. I'm afraid I'm not going to have food on the table. And she may be doing this for herself, or she may be doing it for an example of what she's been hearing in the world and bringing it to this as an example. So I'll just wait 1 second. As I said, there is a delay, and it's annoying when you're on this end, but when we're on the Zoom call, it's going to be cool because you're going to be able to interact with me in real time, and we're going to address issues in real time. I'm just hanging in here, waiting. Okay, I'm not getting any response from Lucinda. So let's go with something more close to home for probably most folks because it's concrete. We want to do concrete. So tap along with me. This is the karate chop point at the side of the hand. You see where I'm doing it? Right here, right? I grew up very poor, and this has been a lifelong belief that has followed me my entire life. Oh, yes. All right, karate chop. And Lucinda, tap along with me. Rate that on a scale of 0 to 10. I'm afraid that I won't, that I'll be poor again, maybe. Maybe that's it. So rate that on a scale of 0 to 10. Keep that in your mind and just let me know either now or after we're done the first round of tapping. Whether it is real or not, I believe it and can't get beyond it. Yes, and that happens to all of us. And you know what? The great news is beliefs can be changed. Sometimes we're attached to our beliefs unknowingly, subconsciously, and sometimes our beliefs are generational. We inherit them, and we can work on healing the generational pieces, the ancestors. And in healing the ancestors, we heal ourselves and we can move forward. Karate chop, let's go. Even though I grew up poor and I am scared to death, it's going to happen to me again, and I'm going to be poor again. I'm getting chills. I love and accept all of me and all these fears. Even though I grew up very poor and I'm scared to death, I'm so afraid it's going to happen to me again, no matter what I do. I love and accept all of me and all these feelings. Even though there is a part of me that's terrified. I won't be able to pay my bills. I won't have a roof over my head. I won't have food on my table. I am scared. I love and accept all of me just as I am. Eyebrow. I'm so afraid to be poor again. Side of the eye. I grew up poor. And I did too. So this is a good one for me. And that's the other thing. We borrow benefits from each other. So keep tapping. Tap along with us. Even if you're saying the things that I'm saying and you're repeating what I'm saying, there is something in you that's resonating and you are borrowing benefits. Under the eye. I'm afraid to be poor. Under the nose. I'm afraid to live like I did when I was a kid. At the chin, we didn't have enough. Collarbone, there was never enough. Under the arm, and that makes me feel that I'm not good enough to keep what I've got. Top of the head, and it makes me feel that I'm going to lose it all. I've got all this fear that I was poor and that it might happen again. All this fear within me. I'm hanging on. At the chin. Maybe that's why, I know for me, that's why I hang on to stuff, right? Things. So at the chin, that's why I hang on to everything for dear life. Collarbone, because I'm afraid I can't replace it. Under the arm, I'm afraid I'm not going to have enough. Top of the head, there is a part of me that is afraid and anxious that there's not enough, that I'm not enough, and there'll never be enough. Take a deep breath. And Lucinda, if you were tapping along, which I know you were, because you're awesome, tell me where it was when we started. Was it a 10? And tell me now where that fear is on a scale of 0 to 10. And it just takes a minute. So, in real time, we are going to spend 6 sessions together, 30 minutes each session. I will go around in the class to every person. Good, Lucinda. Tears are streaming down your face. Karate, or eyebrow. I'm so afraid. Side of the eye. It's really coming up. Under the eye. I'm afraid I'm never going to stop crying. Under the nose. I'm afraid there's not enough. at the chin. Is that true? Collarbone. It's not true now, but it was true before. Under the arm, and I'm afraid it's going to come back. Top of the head. And I've been holding on and pushing it away all these years. Eyebrow, and maybe I can relax. Side of the eye, no, I can't. Under the eye, yes, I can. Under the nose, I have enough right now. Is that true? You have enough right now. You have enough food in your cupboard. You have a roof over your head. You have clothes to wear. Your needs are met. Collarbone, my needs have been met all these years, and I still don't feel it. That's so true for so many of us. Under the arm, and I'm open to the possibility that I can begin to feel enough. Top of the head, and I'm open to the possibility I can begin to feel safe in the world and safe financially. Whoa. Deep breath. So, as I was saying, and I'm going to give her a minute to just sense what she's feeling and give us a number. And what I was saying was, in the real class that we're going to start next Thursday, every person in the class is going to have an opportunity to tap along on a real issue and knock it down so that you will have more clarity. You'll be able to move forward without self-sabotage. You'll be able to feel at ease. You'll be able to move forward with ease and grace. You'll have clarity. Wow, look at, she just went down to a 5. If you're a 10, you can't go anywhere, right? You're stuck. You're scared to death. You're frozen. Fight, flight, freeze, triple warmer response. That's the reptilian brain in the back of our head, tries to keep us alive. When you're at a 10, you're either fighting, you're frozen, or you're fleeing. Fight, flight, freeze. At a 5, there's more opportunity available. We relax a little bit. Our brain gets clearer. The blood rushes to the forebrain where we think, right? So much better. Such a relief, right? Lucinda, I'm so glad you're here, by the way, and I love you very, very much, and you know that. And I love everybody who participates in these, even if I don't see you commenting. But now, what is it that would make you feel, what is the, I'm trying to listen to, what is the number one belief that keeps you stuck? Can you figure that? It'll be the first thing that comes to your mind. What's the number one belief that keeps me stuck? And what does it make me do? What's the sabotage behavior that it makes me do? Does it make me hoard? I could say that. I could say that myself. Does it make me overspend? Sometimes, because I'll buy double things, right? What is it? What's the belief and what's the behavior? And we find that we sabotage ourselves, not intentionally. And that sabotage behavior is because we're trying to protect ourselves. You know, that little saboteur, as one of my teachers has said, is there to kind of protect us, but it's tripping us up all the time. Yes, how many of us can relate to this? Hoarding and eating to self-soothe. Oh, yes. For me, I'll tell you, I got this thing for rice and butter and salt. I mean, I don't eat a lot of the other things. I don't know what everybody else chooses to be their. I have a girlfriend that, I remember I was in a class with her and she had a whole, pint of ice cream. She was so upset that she had a pint of ice cream before we went to bed. I was like, whoa. But that was her thing. My thing, if I weren't in a hotel room that night, would have been popcorn or rice with salt and butter. Okay, so karate chop. Even though there's a part of me that's so afraid there won't be enough that I hoard everything I can get my hands on. And I know it, and I can't stop it, and I accept that about myself. I know we don't want to accept it, but we have to acknowledge it to be able to release it. Karate chop. Even though there's a part of me that is so afraid that I hoard things. Sometimes it's food, sometimes it's things, sometimes for me it's like paper. I deeply and profoundly love and accept all of me and the feelings that cause me to sabotage myself. Even though there's a part of me that wishes I could get over these sabotage behaviors of hoarding, of eating too much, of whatever it is. Maybe it's doom scrolling on the internet. I don't know what it is for you, but just say it. I deeply and profoundly love and accept all of me and all these behaviors. And I'm open to the possibility I can let go of some of them. Eyebrow. I can't stop. Side of the eye. I have to hoard. Under the eye. What if there isn't enough? Under the nose. What if there's never going to be enough? At the chin. I have to hoard. Collarbone. Do I? Under the arm. Maybe I don't. Top of the head. Maybe I can let go. Ooh, right? Maybe I can let go. Oh my God. Eyebrow. No, I can't. Side of the eye. I need to have enough. Under the nose. Maybe I already do have enough. Under the nose. I'm open to the possibility that I'm enough. At the chin. I am open to the possibility that I am enough. Collarbone. I'm open to the possibility that I have enough. Under the arm. I'm open to the possibility that I can change my behaviors gradually. Top of the head. I don't have to do it all at once. And I'm open to the possibility that I am safe letting go of those old sabotaging behaviors. Deep breath. And Lucinda's saying, I have spent the last 6 months gutting my house and throwing away, and it has come up big time. I'm so glad you're here. She says, I am also scrutinizing everything that goes into my mouth. Well, good. So, a thing that we can do before we eat is to do a round of tapping, right? And maybe drink a broth before you eat. That's a good thing. It kind of calms us down. And then we don't eat as much. I mean, I don't do this, but I eat when my body says I'm hungry. Probably should eat less in the winter, but I'm cold, so I eat more, But there are different things that you can do. Another thing is humming. Anything to calm the vagus nerve. So a nice and feel that right down into your belly. And do that a few times because it calms the vagus nerve. All right. Yes, Bobby says that it helps to lessen her stress headache. EFT changes the chemistry in the brain. We are tapping on acupressure points. Research has proven all this. When I first started, there was no research. We just felt it and knew it worked. And I have used it on pain. I've used it on fears, phobias, anxieties, trauma. I've worked with clients with this, and they have had remarkable results. So when I do an energy session, I am pulling in all my tools. This workshop is just going to be focused EFT, focused tapping. So I am so glad you shared that, Bobby. And Mary said she let go of paperwork. Yes, I need to work on that. And I get anxious, I get anxious because for me, opening mail, I don't know what that is about. But I have had to tap on opening the mail. Maybe I'm afraid I'm going to get bad news. So I tap out. I'm afraid I'm going to get bad news. It's safe for me to open the mail. And it's a big fear. So the mail just sits. Not that there's anything there that needs to be addressed immediately. It doesn't. All it needs to do is be opened and filed. And I got this thing. So I tap on it. And then I can file it and be done with it. Because that's all that needs to happen to the stuff. Right? All right. Anybody else? Lucinda, how are you feeling right now? Go back to that initial fear. And I'm going to scroll. It was, I'm afraid I'm going to be poor. How is it now? I'm going to be poor. I'm not going to have enough. There isn't enough. I'm not enough. Blah, blah, blah. What is it now? When you tune in, and when we're tuning in, tune into your gut. Don't go into your head. Go into your body. Because your body will tell you. And sometimes the number will come right up. Oh, it's a 3, it's a 9, it's a whatever it is. So Lucinda says it's a 4. That's great. So from a 10 to a 4, that's enormous. Huge shift. Now we're going to operate, Lucinda will operate, the rest of us will operate in a different way. Maybe we don't buy 10 of the thing, we buy 1 of the thing. Maybe we don't eat the whole pint of ice cream. Maybe we eat a spoonful of the ice cream and we're satisfied with that because we know we're safe. Safety and identity are huge. So we're going to be working on that in this workshop that's coming up next Thursday. I put in the description the link that will take you to the page on my website where you can register. You're going to receive 3 bonuses. I'm going to record 3 bonuses that you'll receive. And I do all this manually, just so you know. So when you register, I get an email. I will respond to your email, and I'll say, I received it. This is the Zoom link that we're going to use for every class. Give me 24 hours to respond to you because I still have to make up that response email. I was working so much on the other pieces of it that I just haven't gotten the response email, but it's easy to do. Any comments or questions? Yes, Lucinda, it's been a lifetime. And that's where we're all at. We've been doing these things for lifetimes, and we keep peeling another layer of that onion off, right? So how many times have I worked on, I don't know, the belief that helpless. I'll bring that up. Helpless. I'm helpless in this situation. And how many times have I worked on that? Well, another aspect will show up, right? And so then you tap on that next aspect. Oh, this is from the time I was 3 years old and this happened to me. Or when, maybe in Lucinda's case, and I don't know this to be a fact, maybe, it was the night they all went to bed hungry because there wasn't anything to eat until the next morning when something happened. I don't know. Or it could be something somebody said to you. So right now, if you're going through, oh, I got this issue, or, so-and-so said something and it triggered you, well, that trigger isn't from today. It's from when we were initially wounded. So when was that? Were we 3? Were we 5? Were we 8? Who knows? But we can tap it out. We can clear it. All right, we have 5 minutes left. Who else on this live has something that they want to tap on? We've got just 5 minutes left. Let's do it. So type in the comments and tell me what it is that is your fear or anxiety that's coming up right now, that you can feel right now. Oh, this is one of those things. For me, it was having to eat eggs and pancakes for dinner. Terrifying. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yep. All right, anybody else? I'm just waiting, because we have now 4 minutes. The comments are often slow, so I'm willing to wait. If anybody else on here has anything else, and we can tap through it. And go to my page. Just because you click that link doesn't mean you have to join the group. But if you want to, I've got people who have taken it before when we did Pandemic Overwhelm in the fall, and they had remarkable results. One of the gals released grief and guilt that she carried from when her father passed away. I think the year was 2004. So she was hanging on to that for 16 years. And she shifted it. She shifted it with EFT. So we're going to cover, in this workshop, we're going to cover a multitude of different beliefs, a multitude of different feelings, a multitude of different fears, anxieties, phobias. Then we're going to install the positive. So you're not left out there hanging. Oh, all I did was get rid of this old stuff, but now what do I do? No, we're going to install it. That's week 3. Plus you have those bonuses. All right, I don't see. Yes, we are going to record the Zoom program. And this will also be up on my page as a replay. So yes, all the sessions will be recorded in Zoom. You will receive that as soon as Zoom processes it, and I can send it to you by email, because you'll be sending me your emails so that I can make the email list to send everybody the recording of the class. So then you get to keep that. You get to download it to your computer and keep it in a file. Oh, I can go back and I can revisit, and that would be ideal, because that would be like homework for you. So maybe your issue isn't not enough. Maybe your issue is helpless, right? Then you would be tapping along and inserting the feeling, the belief, the words that work for you, but just tap along. You're borrowing the benefits. That's what we talk about when we say borrowing the benefits. All right, everybody, and thank you, Margaret, for being here. Thank you, Lucinda, Bobby, Mary, and whoever else was on that maybe didn't comment. I appreciate you very much. Feel free to share this with anybody. If you want to have a buddy join you in class, that's great too. And I'm going to sign off because it is almost 12:30. And please do go and visit the link on my website. The class is only $97. You get 6 sessions plus 3 bonuses. I think it's a pretty good investment. And if you need me to break that down into payments, just contact me. Victoria at takebackyourpowernow.com is my email, and that's Victoria with an E-A. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. Bye for now.